And now, let's bring out our special guest.
Blood sacrifice for fame. A lot of you won't get this, but those of you who are up on entertainment already know the truth. Let's talk about Prince starting off. In 98 and 99, Prince would end all his tours with letting the world know what's coming ahead, but no one knew what he was talking about. Check it out.
We got one more, and we're gonna get out. I gotta go home, y'all. I gotta go back to America. I gotta go get ready for the bomb. Osama Bin Laden getting ready to bomb. Osama Bin Laden getting ready to bomb. You move. Osama Bin Laden getting ready to bomb.
Now you tell me, how do Prince know about the bombs 2 to 3 years ahead of time, when Al-Qaeda and Osama bin Laden weren't even talked about until the bombs and the towers actually went down? That lets you know the elite lets these guys know what's up ahead of time. Once you hit that $50 million marker, you become very special to the elite, and it lets you know what they know. And by Prince being an artist, they like for you to sing about it. They also, if you're a big-time movie director, they like for you to put it in your movies. They tell us every day, but most Americans are brain dead. But yes, Prince is an Edomite, and I'm going to explain it very carefully. Even though Prince had black people in his family, don't get it twisted. They were not all black, okay? As seen here. Here's the man that brought Prince in the world, John Nelson. Well, most folks didn't know that John was 50% Italian, 50% black. And what that means, half and half. John's father, who is Prince's grandfather, was 100% Italian, and his lineage does not go back to the Moors. So that makes Prince an Edomite. Here's Prince's mother, Maddie Shaw. She was also 90% Italian, 15% black. Prince came from an Italian family, much like Lenny Kravitz. Prince's father is not an Israelite. Prince's father was a blood sacrifice. And Prince is a straight up flaming faggot, and on top of it, he's an Edomite. Prince's father dies. The sacrifice is fulfilled. Let's turn the tables. Let's talk about Aaliyah. A lot of folks want to believe that Aaliyah was our angel. I'm sorry to inform you, she wasn't. The truth on why Aaliyah died, her death was planned out by someone who loved her and needed her for his own blood sacrifice. Now, Aaliyah was not as innocent as people play upon. There's a lot of things that Aaliyah was involved in. She's involved with 2 different men. I'll explain later. Meanwhile, Damien Dash was the guy she fell in love with. And while Damien Dash had Aaliyah falling in love with him, or as he said, he fell in love with her as well, Damien Dash was involved with another woman. We will show you that woman as the film is rolling. Damon Dash didn't have love for Aaliyah. Damon Dash really didn't give two squats about Aaliyah. But what he did need her for is for his own journey. See, Damon Dash took the oath, just like his partner Jay-Z. And they all know about the sacrificing to become famous and wealthy. Well, let's just turn back the tables. Because before Dash, Jay-Z was popping this. Oh yeah, don't get it twisted. Jay-Z and Aaliyah had a thing going on. That is not a lie if you've seen it in the past. Jay-Z would meet Aaliyah at the club or sometimes bring her to the club. The thing is, Damon used to see Jay-Z with her. But Jay-Z really didn't have an interest. He kind of liked her, but he didn't. Dash really wanted her for other reasons, as seen here. Aaliyah was kind of giving out, I hate to say it this way, but Aaliyah was kind of giving out like a joint. She was what they call a jump around with these two particular guys. In Aaliyah's last film, she plays this demonic vampire evil witch. It's amazing that certain roles you take can depict how your life will play out. And the final role that Aaliyah played, she played this witch being turned into ash and to stone. But little did she know that playing a film would come out to be reality. Aaliyah playing Nosedive because it was way overweight. Everyone aboard pretty much died. But during that day, after the shoot, Rock the Boat, Damon was calling Aaliyah pretty often. He was begging her to get on that plane so he could see her, so he said. See, it was all in the plans. Aaliyah was the blood sacrifice so that Damon could reach his fortune and his fame. I'll explain it as the film rolls. During the funeral, the guys come out with one hand over another. That's to let the elite know that the sacrifice have taken place and now they're at the finale. Rachel Roy is well aware of the sacrifices that goes on in Hollywood. She was with Damon at the time of the death of Aaliyah. See, he met her as an intern working for Rocawear, fell in love with her, even impregnated her in 1999, about the same time he met Aaliyah. She knew about Aaliyah. She also knew Aaliyah was going to be their sacrifice for fortune and fame. When Aaliyah passed, he got back with Rachel, but did not marry her till 2005. He didn't want people to be seen so suspicious. Meanwhile, Aaliyah's death hits everybody like a storm. But don't get it twisted. What you didn't know is that Aaliyah was down with the Baphomet. Now, she wasn't down with the sacrifices, especially if she knew she was going to be sacrificed. But Aaliyah would always throw up her Baphomet sign like all the rest of them, because she was a part of the brotherhood as well, on the female side. Don't get it twisted. The women sell out too. What did he get for sacrificing her? Rocawear, Pro Kids, State Property Films, the clothing line of CEO. But Damon saw Jay-Z moving faster, so he wanted to get rid of Rocawear. So he sold it to Jay-Z for $30 million. But Jay-Z was always up on game. Jay-Z said, "Thanks, brother." Took it to his partners and flipped it for $204 million. Talk about screwing you without Vaseline. Ouch. Damon seen Jay-Z moving in the fast lane, so Damon would have secret talks and try to work out a distribution deal behind Dilly's back. Jay-Z went and told leaders of the Boule this would make Jay trustworthy and give much wealth for his snitching. Jay-Z was rewarded very well for his role in snitching on Damon Dash. He got the 40/40 Club, Rockaware, Def Jam Recordings, New York Knicks, Jay-Z Inc., and also lunch with Bill Gates. After DeBoule talked to Jay-Z, Damon Dash and his partners in crime would not be the same. A part of the deal that they was trying to do, J. Prince from Rap-A-Lot Records, Irv Gotti from Murder Inc., and last, Mr. Suge Knight. All these guys was trying to do a distribution deal behind the Elites' back. But what they didn't know is no black man's gonna run nothing in Hollywood as long as white folks control it. So they called the FBI, who's on payroll, to shake these guys down. And boy, didn't they shake them down. J. Prince was stricken. He was hit with all kind of fines. He was damn near going broke. But if he could produce a blood sacrifice, they would give him some royalties back. And he did, with Pimp C. Pimp C did not die of an overdose cough syrup. He was held down and gave a lethal injection. Now Suge Knight's a little bit different, because in the mid-90s, Suge wanted wealth fast and quick. Who did they get him to sacrifice? Oh, come on, y'all should know that. Tupac Shakur. Irv Gotti thought the world was his until the FBI put bogus charges on him for indicting cocaine and others bogus charges, stripped him of all his riches. Def Jam spit him out. BET had nothing else to do with him. They pretty much took him for broke, stripped him of everything he ever worked for in his life. Damon Dash followed right behind. He could not pay his bills. Rachel Roy did not want to be a blood sacrifice, so this past April of 2009, she knew to divorce him because who's ever close to Damien, whether it be his kids or her, he would use them for a sacrifice so that he can get his royalties back. What did Damon do? He went back to Jay-Z. So you know what that means. Dash is officially Jay-Z's bitch. Michael Jackson died on a drug overdose. Michael did not die of complications of the heart. I guess so, after the drug overdose reached his heart. See, all of this started some time ago. Michael's been carrying the estate all his life. He's been taking care of his family all his life. Janet thought it would be a good idea to do a reunion tour, but Janet was coerced with Joe Jackson. Remember, Joe Jackson still tells these people what to do even at age 50. So Michael didn't comply. He gave a verbal agreement that he would do a tour in the States. Meanwhile, he signed another deal in London. If you Google back, it'll tell you that the Jackson was currently being sued. But they worked out a deal that they do all the dates starting off in London. Michael did not get along with all his brothers, contrary to what they want you to believe. Michael did have a well rapport with Jermaine and Janet, but that was growing thin. Michael spent most of his time as a loner because he just got tired of carrying the weight of his shoulders of the family. This is what it's all about. Michael was the blood sacrifice for the Jacksons. See, Michael did not want to do all these dates. He was not into carrying the estate for the entire family. He did love his mother, but his family, his siblings, was getting on his nerve. So that infuriated the family. Hey, do not be fooled by all those crocodile tears and all that dressed in black. Let me tell you something. Everyone in Hollywood knows about the Baphomet and the sacrificing of death to be wealthy, of fame. They're just putting you on. But let's take a brief moment and talk about her husband, Jermaine Dupri. Everybody knows him, right? Did you know that Jermaine Dupri was a molester? You remember the group called Criss Cross? He molested both of those boys and paid them off. Yeah. Who are they? Well, let's get that slide. This is Criss Cross. Now, back in the 90s, they were hot with the cut called Jump Jump. Now, the guy to the right, he's still around. Dude to the left, he's in hiding. This messed these guys up for the rest of their life, man. Now, check out this dude. He was a part of the Criss Cross. His hair is falling out now. I'm not saying it's from him, but I'm just saying they twisted, man. Their whole life is just upside down. But they took the bait. They didn't take the oath, but they took the bait. But they might take the oath because they're trying to get a current deal with Def Jam Records. Not Def Jam, but Columbia through So Def that Jermaine Dupri owed. If you see all the spots in his head, that's a disease. I forgot exactly what it's called, but man, look how that brother ended up. Now let's get back to the Jacksons. Joe Jackson at that. You know, Michael did not get along with this man at all. He's controlling. He's still telling him what to do at 50. But nevertheless, Michael dies 4 or 5 hours later. This man rents an Atlas truck. What is that? It's a storage van. He takes all of Michael's possessions out. And remember, this is not even his house. He don't even have the jurisdiction to do it. But he did it. He took all his possessions out and put it in a private storage. Why in the hell would a daddy do that that has nothing to do with his son? Because he knows Michael's name, his possessions is worth money. Joe Jackson is sitting there in deep thought. This man, the guilt that they live with every day, this is why they turn to cocaine, this is why they turn to alcoholic, because they know what they have done to get where they're at. Now, the guy, the doctor of Michael, he just did what he was told. DeLeese told him to give him a lethal injection, and that's what he did. He's even stopped his practice. Meanwhile, Janet with the half-nakedness, with the boobs sticking out, with the thong up the butt. When it comes down to it, the family is totally damn wicked. Alright? He did not want to do anything that they portraying him to be. He wanted to just be left alone. And there's only one person that told the damn truth, and that's LaToya. I guess you say why. LaToya is only telling the truth because she was left out the loop. They wasn't going to give her none of the shares, and they still not going to give her none of the shares that's coming into the Jackson estate. So she's telling all. Even the mother, Catherine, she knows about why her son had to die. He's worth more dead than alive. Look how she's looking. She knows the truth. Meanwhile, Michael Jackson was the blood sacrifice for the Jackson estate. We have a couple of more, and it will be kind of quick. Kanye West wanted to be just where Jay-Z's at. So Jay-Z took him under his wing and told him about the blood sacrifice. Kanye agreed. His mom would be sacrificed. And while she was being sacrificed, Kanye took a trip to London so that it could be totally a mishap for him to get the news. Let's talk about Jennifer Hudson. Can't believe it. Some of you don't want to believe it. These people do not love their family. It's all about the fame. It's all about the wealth. Yes, she did. But not only did she kill her mom, she sacrificed her entire family except her other sister, who was in on it as well. If you recall, her sister was on MySpace page a day before the funeral, kicking it. This is truth. So who is due for sacrifice right now? Beyonce. You see, out of all the fame Beyonce's got, none that we know of who she sacrificed. Well, let's take a closer look at what she's holding. That's the Baphomet. And that only tells me one thing. Beyonce is long overdue for a sacrifice. Truth is always true. Shalom. Tupac Shakur, breaking the oath. I guess a lot of folks are wondering, what exactly am I talking about? Tupac breaking the oath. Yeah, he did. Some folks seem to believe that Suge Knight was upset that Tupac wanted to do other things and had him executed. Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that. And for those of you who think Tupac is alive, think not. Tupac is very much deceased, folks. But he was like Elvis when he was alive. There's people love him so much, they just refuse to let him go. Here's a clip on how Tupac got signed with Interscope.
Adrian had been shopping my demo tape as a solo artist. Then all of a sudden, Interscope got in touch with us, and I was told that Ted Fields, this millionaire, multi-millionaire, his daughter had heard my demo, and she liked it. So he was like, that's how I picked you. And I was like, whoa, tell your daughter thanks.
Tupac was on a roll. Me Against the World. I mean, Dear Mama. His album did exceptionally well. He was behind the bars. You see, when Pac brought Me Against the World out, it beat out Bruce Springsteen. But Pac just couldn't stay out of trouble. If it wasn't his girlfriend suing him, it was his friend. It was the rent-a-car place. Everybody wanted a piece of Pac.
Central, I got a black male shot at 48 and 7.
5 times. If that wasn't insult to injury. Even though Pac was shot 5 times, and that was definitely an orchestrated hit, and we'll get to that later, Pac seemed to still go to the left instead of go to the right. You see, Pac lived most of his life in the studios, but Pac was the type of guy that everybody loved to hate. So no matter where he went, he still found himself in lots of trouble.
Where I was sent was a maximum security penitentiary.
When Pac did his small bid in the penitentiary, Jimmy Iovine and all the bigwigs out of Interscope just about had enough of Pac. Pac was uncontrollable because he hated being controlled. But Pac knew the oath of the Baphomet very, very well. We'll get into that a little bit later. Well, no one came to his rescue, so Pac put a contract on a napkin and sought after Suge Knight.
Rapper, actor, and sex abuse convict Tupac Shakur walked out of a New York jail last week, bailed out to the tune of $1.4 million by Suge Knight of Death Row Records, which has signed Shakur to a record deal.
Tupac made the worst mistake of his life to team up with Suge Knight. Now don't get it twisted. Tupac already agreed to the oath of the Baphomet when he signed with Jimmy Iovine on Interscope, because that's the only way you're going to get a deal. Seen in this picture, you can see Suge throwing up the Baphomet. That's how Suge get down. That's how Suge get paid. Suge Knight encouraged Tupac to keep this East Coast West Coast thing going because it was good for the money. But when the blood started spilling on Tupac's hand, Tupac got a little bit discouraged.
And the East
East Coast, West Coast thing is something that the journalists and people are making up just to get paid off this so it can drag out and everybody can have albums. They're perpetuating it so it could be drama. When it all go down, don't look at me and Biggie and be like, why is there a big East Coast, West Coast war when you're shooting this to 300 homes, 300 countries, telling them about an East Coast, West Coast war that they would never know exists. So that's where information becomes a problem.
Take a close look at Snoop Dogg, because in days to come, Snoop knows there's something that's going to happen to Tupac.
And the East Coast, West Coast thing is something that the journalists and people are making up just to get paid off this so it can drag out and everybody can have albums. They're perpetuating it so it could be drama. When it all go down, don't look at me and Biggie and be like, why is there a big East Coast, West Coast war when you're shooting this to 300 homes, 300 countries, telling them about an East Coast, West Coast war that they would never know exists. So that's where information becomes a problem.
Snoop knows Tupac's life is in danger days before his death. I want you guys to take a close look at this picture. Dr. Dre is a Mason, Baphomet, Snoop, Suge, but the picture was deliberately taken like a pyramid. Take a close look. This is a pyramid, and this is the back of a dollar. Now let's bring the picture back. You see, these guys are satanic, man. They know exactly what they were doing. That's how they get paid. Now, Suge had love for all those guys, but he had the most love for Tupac. So he didn't care if Dr. Dre left or Snoop Dogg. His main concern was Tupac. Yes, folks, I'm afraid to tell you, Tupac was a part of the Baphomet, as seen here with the hand gesture. And I know a lot of you are going to argue me down, but let's go back to another guy, Nelly. Nelly is seen giving up his hand gesture for the new Illuminati Baphomet. He is holding his sign downward. Tupac is holding his upward. Don't get it twisted. They both are the same. Nelly is holding his downward. Tupac is upward. Moving on. Suge had a look on his face that he knew something was getting ready to go down. There was no doubt that Suge Knight orchestrated the hit on Pac. Now I want to go back to the first hit that took place in New York with Biggie and Puff Daddy.
The Tupac article had me pissed off, you know what I'm saying? Because first of all, he dissed my man, said my man turned his back on him, and I know for a fact that didn't happen, you know what I'm saying? And like the rumors that's spreading is on some tip like we set him up, you know what I'm saying? And that's crazy.
Puff Biggie knew exactly who shot Pac. I want you to take a close look at Puff Daddy's reaction. He's guilty as hell.
The Tupac article had me pissed off, you know what I'm saying? Because first of all, he dissed my man, said my man turned his back on him, and I know for a fact that didn't happen, you know what I'm saying? And like the rumors that's spreading is on some tip like we set him up, you know what I'm saying? And that's crazy.
I know what good morals are, but you're supposed to disregard good morals when you're living in a crazy, bad world. If you're in hell, how can you live like an angel? You're sitting here surrounded by devils and you're trying to be an angel? That's like suicide.
You notice in the statement Pac said, how can he be an angel surrounded by devils? Pac knew everyone that he was encountering with was a part of the Baphomet. Pac was also obsessed with death. That's why he had a bracelet made with the angel of death wrapped around his neck. And everyone knows what the angel of death represents. Tupac dissed Dr. Dre, calling him out, saying that Dre can't make up his mind on men or women. When Dre should be producing, he's upstairs sucking dick, eating pussy. This interview was made in 1996 Also that same year, dissing Quincy Jones, saying that he was invited to Q's house. Tupac seen Q's daughter and wanted to holler at her. However, Q asked Tupac if he could have a moment with him and asked Tupac if he would fuck him in the ass. Tupac replied, "I don't get down like that." When Tupac put this on tape, he broke the oath. His life would be in danger until his death.
I would love you even if you had no ears to listen, had no vision. Because if love is blind, why do I keep having to change my prescription? Love you even if you didn't have no legs, cause you couldn't walk all over my heart. Where do I start from the beginning? I love you despite your bad breath. I'll just blow kisses and walk with my hand over my mouth before I have to leave you. Believe me, I love your dirty draws. I get nervous when I see you. You see me, my heart beats a little differently. My stomach not butterflies, just flies.
Normally, when Tupac talks, he talks with a lot of character. But in this clip, he's trying to convince everyone he didn't sell his soul.
The reason I am who I am today is because I can look directly into my face and find my soul. It's there. It's not sold. I didn't sell. I didn't sell. Sold. I didn't sell. It's there. It's not sold. I didn't sell. I am who I am today is because I can look directly into my face and find my soul. It's there. It's not sold. I didn't sell it.
In 1996, things started to get really ugly for Pac. Pac had got to the point where everything he'd become, he still wasn't happy. You would think doing movies, being in sitcoms, being cameo appearances, it would brought him joy. But the thing that was troubling Pac is how he got it. See, Pac knew the truth, and the public didn't know the truth. He knew he sold out to Baphomet to get a recording deal. That's the only way you get in Hollywood. You have to sell out to the Baphomet. That's just one part. If you want to be in movies and star in movies and change your whole career, you have to go to the director's couch. By this time, Pac was feeling suicidal.
I felt like just a prisoner to my own fame. That's why I wanted to die at that point. I felt like if everybody's so goddamn worried about me, why ain't nobody came to help me?
Tupac, go ahead and rock
now
this.
I clown around when I hang around with the underground. Girls used to frown, say I'm down when I come around. Gas me, and when they pass me, they used to diss me, harass me. But now they ask me if they can kiss me. Get some fame, people change, wanna live their life high. Same song can't go wrong if I play the nice guy.
Claiming fame must have changed now that we became strong.
I remain still the
Why
same,
too?
cause it's the same song.
I look back with the greatest fondness. Those were like some of the best times of my life.
It was the best time of his life because when Pac was with Digital Underground, he was just a dancer. He didn't have no strings. He didn't have to take no oath. But Pac wanted more, and he didn't know what was behind the green door. So when they approached him, Jimmy Iovine, Tom Whalley, and also Ted Field, these guys are multi-millionaires. Pac had to take the Baphomet. He didn't know what this was, but he was down with it. They always let you taste the fruit before it goes sour. So everything started happening for Pac. The movies, his record being good, no matter if he was behind bars. Because remember, the elite make you a star. You don't even have to promote. They'll see that your recording sells because they own the industry. Pac would not find this out until he just about had enough of everybody coming to him for some sex, for some money, for some drugs. By this time, Pac has had enough, and he let it be known in 1996.
He is a dope producer, but he ain't worked in years. And I got tired of that. I didn't think we needed that. I think we didn't need that. And he was owning the company too, and he's chilling. He owning the company, he's chilling this out, fucking big, easy pussy. I'm out here in the street, you know what I mean? Whooping niggas' ass, starting wars and shit. putting it down, dropping albums, doing my shit. And this nigga taking 3 years to do one song. I couldn't have it. But it was not my decision. It was Suge's decision. Suge the one that was coming to me because I was soft on it. Like, you know, well, fuck it, we just keep it in the dark.
See, Suge knew that Pac was kind of green. He told Pac the things he wanted to hear. He acted like a big brother. He told Pac, if you ever get tired, you can go do anything else you want to do. I'll support you. He also let Pac know that don't ever go against the oath. That was a big pet peeve because Suge is a Mason. And also, Suge is a part of the Baphomet. That's how he get paid. So Suge do a candid interview to make it like he's all for the artists. And he's really not. He's for the elite.
I mean, I don't consider my people artists. I consider them family. It's just a big difference. If they decided to turn in rapping or singing, they still be my homeboys. We still travel together. If they need something, it's mine, it'll still be theirs. It's still the same thing. It's not no situation where I'm dealing with them strictly for business because they're good. Because they don't go like that. You gotta have a more, you know, respect for your people. Plus, you know, we got a Death Row East going on. Crusher, you heard about that.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Well, hello. Damu! Damu! Sit!
I used to rule the world. Seas that rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep the streets I used to own.
There was a time when Suge was on top of the world. Nevertheless, Death Row and all the Suge access was frozen and liquidated. You would think he would be broke. But see how he's throwing up the Baphomet? Nah, they take care of their own, especially after organizing the success hit on Pac. So he might be without Death Row, but he's not broke. Suge enjoyed the idea of the rivalry in East Coast, West Coast. That's why he was so candid to talk about it on film. You know, I'm going to show this little invitation, this congrats that Quincy Jones sent Tupac. Tupac was not hearing this, but at the same time, Pac let it be known how he felt about the Illuminati, which was a mistake. He went against the oath again. He also talked about getting his own power structure. A mistake.
The next shit is called Illuminati because that's really what the Illuminati's on.
That's why I put the K to it. Because I wanted, the niggas is telling me about this Illuminati shit while I'm in jail, right? Like, the dollars,
Right.
That's another way to keep your self-esteem low. That's another way to keep you unconfident.
Right.
And I'm putting the K because I'm killing that Illuminati shit. Trust me, if these motherfuckers wanted to kill you, why the fuck they gonna tell Farrakhan? Why they gonna tell the Nation of Islam? Why they gonna tell this nigga in jail about the plan? How did he know?
Right.
How did it leak to him? Who told him? Who told him? The Pope? By the next election, I promise, I'm gonna be sitting across from all the candidates. I bet you. You know how I be making it? I promise you. I'm not even gonna be, I'm gonna be so far from where I am now in 4 years. God willing I'm alive. It's on. I guarantee you, we will have our own political party.
Staring at the world through my rear view. Scream to God, he can't hear you. Heart beating fast, time to die. Watch the time fly. Staring at the world through my rear view. Scream to God, he can't hear you. Heart beating fast, time to die. Watch the time fly.
Wow.
Just after the Mike Tyson-Bruce Seldon fight, Shakur, along with record company executive Marion Suge Knight, headed for a nightclub. But while stopping at this intersection, a car with 4 people pulled up and opened fire on Shakur and Knight.
Tupac Shakur was shot several times in the chest.
Calls was made to Paramount to put all of Tupac's works on hold, especially the 2 movies were scheduled for release early '96, Gridlock, Gang Related. See, Pac did a lot of work, but they put it on hold once they heard the tapes. So none of the work was scheduled to be released until Pac officially died. There still was a problem because Biggie was making mockery out of it. Calls was made to P. Diddy to kill Biggie, but not by himself. They wanted him to orchestrate it the way Suge orchestrated for Tupac, and they would do the rest. Tupac was not killed over disputes about wanting out of Death Row Records. Tupac was killed because he broke the Illuminati oath. Shalom. Black Masonic celebrities. Is it really hard to believe that all these entertainers in the gospel world, the R&B world, actors, DJs, etc., are misleading us? Well, Black America, I'm here to tell you they are. Let's talk about a guy who's everybody loved at one point in time. This guy's made some great music. His name, Prince. If you notice, Prince's hand is over his heart. That's one of the Mason rituals to show dedication, sincerity, that you will never go against the word. You will keep deceiving the people and honoring the brotherhood. Look here. Prince even takes it a step further by taking a picture with the thumbs, fingers, and locked in an upward motion. Normally a position like this would be face down, but Prince is showing his brothers that he's still a part of what they do. And how about his buddy, Mr. Rock and Roll star / funk star, Lenny Kravitz? You see, I know it's hard to believe when you first see these things and you say, well, these guys just doing this because they're not where they're at. Everything will be revealed, man. The Most High has told us. He's going to reveal everything that was hidden, because there's nothing new under the sun. Lenny Kravitz, superstar. Lenny Kravitz here at a party, and whenever they see the cameras or photos, they know something is going down, so they always on lockdown, meaning they got to always show their symbols that they're down with the brotherhood. Wow. That's the life they lead, man. You know, some people know what they want to do at an early childhood. Yeah, Mr. Michael Jackson before the skin peel. Mr. Michael Jackson been a part of the Masonic rituals for a long, long time. And I know a lot of you don't want to believe that Mr. Michael Jackson molested those children. Mr. Michael Jackson is great indeed a molester. That's one of the ways he never get convicted, because they protect their own. As seen here, he's holding a Marine's hand with the thumb down, masonry. As he's seen here in another picture with his hand over his heart, showing his brothers he is truly dedicated and sincere. He gives the peace sign, but I think this one tells it all. What Michael Jackson is really about. His fame, fortune, masonry. Beyonce. Didn't believe Beyonce was a part of it, but she is. The pyramid across the eye, just like the back of the dollar, right? Oh, wow. It gets even better. Elton John, who's openly gay, who's never been in the closet. Puff Daddy's hugging him like he's been knowing him for, 20 years. I want you to take a close look at that symbol on his jacket. That's a skull with a ring with fire and red within Elton John's jacket, symbolizing Mason. I know it's hard to believe, but how about Danny Glover? His hand is shaped in a pyramid. Danny been a part of this thing a long, long time. Let's talk about Mr. Kirk Franklin. Kirk Franklin has his hand cupped over one another, indicating that he will stay in his place, he will not rock the boat, he will do as he's told. Much like his friend, T.D. Jakes. The same symbol of masonry. These symbols are rituals, and they're letting the elite know that they will stay in their place and keep deceiving the public. Kirk Franklin seen with the hand over the heart and the L motion, indicating his sincerity to his brotherhood. He will keep doing what he needs to do and never tell the truth in the oath that he's taken. So he keeps running rewards, and he will keep shooting up to the top of the charts and getting lots and lots of fame. You notice Kirk Franklin wearing a foundation. You have to put that into question when any man wear a foundation. And this says it all. Wow. He got Jesus Freak on his shirt and holding up the Baphomet sign. You people better wake up, man. The Most High is coming back in a fury. Mr. Sexy himself stands there, takes the pyramid sign and put a cross over it and makes it into a trademark. Believe that? Look at the hands. Let's take a closer look. That's plain, man. If you don't see that, something's wrong with you. Eddie Long is nothing but a pimp in sheep clothing. Now check this out. Bush, this is definitely the brotherhood. He's congratulating Eddie Long for doing such a great job. Head to head, peck to peck, shoulder to shoulder, knee to knee. Wow. This guy here don't take a lot of pictures because he already know what he's about. But he still made a mistake by putting the thumb under the chin. That's a masonry sign too. Those of you who like Joel, man, look at Victoria, how she's looking out at the camera. She's really looking out at the monitor to make sure everything is in position when they get ready to flash their sign. So Joel does the first sign, right? He's making sure that everyone sees what he's doing. And Fox is just a symbol in the back in the Greek term, 666. Still not convinced? That's okay. Check this out in New York. Victoria stands next to her husband, but you can't quite see her sign, right? So why don't we play a little camera trick and switch it around? Right. There she is in full blown, putting up the Mason sign to let her elite know we're talking to the public, we're on camera, but we're deceiving them as well. All right? Joel is congratulating Billy Joel along with Billy Graham. A handshake like that with the fingers out is congratulating the Mason master, and the master Mason is congratulating Joel on a fabulous job. Notice how Victoria always camera ready. She's got to make sure her hand's in position, and she got to make sure she's on point, as seen here. Before she talks, she got to make sure she's totally in focus, because their wealth depends on their brotherhood. Pyramid sign. If you folks can't see this, man, there's something seriously wrong with you with being in denial. Now we're going to take a look at all of these so-called leaders. Now remember, a lot of the Caucasian people you see that's very famous got a lot of the black folks started when they took them under their wing. So I'm flashing up a lot of different faces. Some of you already know them, some of you don't. You know, Donnie Kirkland, before that BBC Wyans, Ty Tribbett, MC Hammer. You know, we're just scrolling on some pictures because I'm about to get to a point. Mr. T, who would have thought? Billy Blanks, Mr. Tybo Man, Clifton Davis, that's your boy, Mr. Bryant, Jamal Bryant. So why am I flashing all their pictures? Because all of these people have something to do with TBN. And TBN is very satanic. Anyone that goes on there, anyone that follow the rules and take a check from them are the Baphomet. You know, I don't have time to spread it out like I wanted to because everything on a time frame at YouTube, and I didn't want to do part 1, part 2, part 3, but these people worship the Baphomet, man. And I hope this was enlightening to some of you. Some of you might be offended, but truth hurts. You know, the symbol itself for TBN networks is very, very satanic. Let's talk about a person who has a lot of influence and been in the business for 40 years, Kenneth Copeland. You know, Kenneth Copeland is very, very wealthy, along with his wife, networking. These people have put a lot of people up like T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar. They're responsible for a lot of wealth in the gospel industry. So this is why it is in essence to talk about these people on Black Masonic Celebrities. Black people cannot be wealthy if it wasn't for these people setting them up. Now here's a picture of Kenneth Copeland and his wife and his friend. Notice to the left of you, this guy is letting his elite know with BS in the public. Masonic all the way, man. When are you people going to open up your eyes and see that this is real? Let's turn the page. Let's talk about Queen Latifah. You know, Queen Latifah has did many nasty things to get where she's at. Well, the fact that she sleep with a woman, that's her prerogative, right? Oh well. Well, that's just half of what Queen Latifah did to get where she's at. This woman is very satanic, man. She'll do anything to make $1. Well, let's not throw her out there by herself. Let's talk about Wu-Tang. Yeah, who could believe it, right? Roz, Method Man. Well, they are. These hip-hoppers are so full of it, their eyes are brown. Now check out Method Man. I guess here you would say he's just fooling around, right? Well, he's going to turn it the other way to let you know he's down with the Baphomet. That's plain, man. These guys know exactly what they're doing, all right? They're full of it. Let's turn the other page. Jay-Z, Bill Gates, having dinner with the man. Jay-Z went so far to put the satanic on his shirt. Look what it says, the Rambling Elite. This man is talking about Baphomet. Let's see what they really think of Jay-Z. Someone made a doll. I don't think it ever hit the showroom. But look like here, they call him a monkey. These Negroes won't learn. But check him out. He's throwing up the sign as if, hey man, this is just sports. It's no big deal. It's just a gesture. This dude knows exactly what he is doing. Black women, you all really need to learn what you're getting into because they don't have a clue. They're just trying to get a check, right? Check this out. Kanye West wants to know why his mother died so tragically. Kanye West is so deep in this thing, man. He eats, breathes, lives it. He wants to know why his mom, of all moms, was taken. Kanye, you're satanic. Let's turn the tables. America's in love with Samuel Jackson, right? Don't get me wrong. This brother can act. He can act. But have you ever asked yourself, how did he get the roles of Star Wars? I mean, that's a pretty important role, don't you think? That role don't come by everybody very easily. So how did he get the role? Well, people, I got some shocking news. Samuel Jackson got the role in Star Wars after he had sex with the owner, George Lucas. Yeah, owner, director / George Lucas is very satanic. Check this out. These are his 2 daughters. What do you see? This ain't coincidence, man. This is how they get down. Samuel Jackson had sex with George Lucas. The entire cast of Star Wars have to have sex with the same sex in order to be a part of Star Wars. There is no negotiation. If you're not willing to do it, you will not be a part of Star Wars. Samuel Jackson knew exactly what he was getting into. Now check out his shirt. There's a crown, a skull. Let's get a better look at this, man. That's the same symbol that TBN uses, isn't it? Very, very satanic. Samuel Jackson is well aware of what he's doing. So don't feel sorry for him when the nukes start hitting him, alright? All of this has a play with the rabbis, the Catholic Church. They condone all this type of mess, man. They behind some of the biggest stars in America. Remember when the Pope was around? Look at that crucifixion of Christ. And they got a lot to do with the NYPD. Look at the hand on the heart. That's satanic, man. And they always send one of their own, the rabbis. Let's check this out. This guy works for the big elite Catholic Church organizations. These guys are satanic as they come. I want you to pay attention to the Pope who passed on. But look at his hands. When he was with Bill Clinton, his hand symbolizes that his time is up and he is now ready to move on. Very, very Masonry. But let's go somewhere else where they all hang out at. Look at the guy with the tassel. His hand's gonna say, hey, we're here, we're getting down, but hey, we're still part of the brotherhood. You understand? George Bush looks at T.D. Jakes with worry. Look at him real hard, man. Just check out how George Bush is looking at T.D. Jakes. Let's take another look. Check that out. Did you miss it? T.D. Jakes look worried, huh? Let's slow it down. Why is George Bush looking at T.D. Jakes with worry? As if T.D. Jakes knows that he's doing something wrong. Huh? Let's look at T.D. Jakes. Is that a man of confidence? If that man really believes he's doing the right thing, that's a man who is worried. But I don't feel sorry for his ass. Moving on. This is where they worship the Baphomet and the owl. The reason they worship the owl is because the owl symbolizes unique, clever, and quiet, and be able to see everything in the dark that most people can't see. Now look at this ritual. That is a baby. That is a child that was sacrificed. I don't know what race it was, but it's a child that was sacrificed for this ritual. Let's take a closer look. Do you see the skull? Do you see the hands? That was a sacrifice, man. That's a crucifixion. All right. When you're getting close to the Baphomet leaders, you'll see a BC sign. You have to park in a designated area, and they have a van or a truck to pick you up. And some of the people that's a part of this, CEO and president of McDonald's, president of France. Yeah, shocking, huh? Pat Robertson, devil himself. George Bush. And we can't forget his best friend, John McCain. Oh wait, it gets better. There he is, Tony Blair, the UK, right? Look close at the hands. Very Masonic, huh? Steven Spielberg, hot filmmaker. Dick Cheney and friends. Al Gore, wow. Bill Clinton. Now all of these people are being controlled by one man. His name, Evelyn Rothschild. That's right, people. Evelyn Rothschild is the richest man in the world. But he's beginning to pass his power along to his son, David Rockefeller. But don't David kind of look like someone in the past? I mean, to me, he looks like Caesar Borgia. Or is it just me? Okay, let's bring David back. Man, talk about reincarnation. Nevertheless, these people are all about the Baphomet. This is who they praise on a day in and day out basis. Yeah, hard to believe? Let me tell you about the daddy, what he's a part of. He funds the war, okay? Yes, he does. He funds war. He controls banking and real estate, fashion, hip-hop, Disney, the media networks, MTV, BET, etc. All of the sports actresses and actors, filmmaking, fast food restaurants, genetic engineering, 9/11 World Trade Center, all the terrorist attacks. Oh yes, and last, YouTube. You didn't know? Well, now you know. You know, it's all about dollar bill, y'all. This guy got plenty of cake. And all the black Masonic people that sold out, wow, I feel sorry for y'all, man. The Most High gonna tear y'all a new ass. You see, this man is not that powerful because the Most High set him up. But the Most High is the only one can tear him down. All praise to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. America is done. And America will be destroyed by thermonuclear war. Sooner than you think. Yes, in our lifetime. Shalom. I've been getting a lot of emails asking a lot of questions about the Black Masonic. Let's just put it this way. If you're in the hip-hop industry, music, modeling, acting, athletic world, and you're wealthy, chances are the Illuminati owns your ass. Black Masonic 3, Black Hollywood, the finale. We're gonna kick this thing off with a twist, and the video may go kind of fast, so bear with us. Let's talk about Jamie Foxx. You know, Jamie Foxx is very deep Masonic, man. Deep. As seen here, skull and bones with the Indian leaf around their head. Now that's about dirty as you can get. But you know, these dudes do anything to get their name on the walk of shame. And notice who surround them. The so-called Jewish people. They run Hollywood. Without them and the director's couch, you can't make money. But I want you to listen to this clip as Jamie Foxx make a sexual gesture towards Lenny Kravitz.
Here backstage, 2002. I wore a see-through shirt. So that lets you know how I feel about the man right now. And I'm not afraid to say that I embrace his music, him as a man and as a person. That's all I'm saying. That doesn't mean that I'm gay or anything like that. But I'm just saying, if I was to go there, okay, so he's my first choice. I'm just saying. But I'm saying that in a very like, what's up, type way. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be like the average type thing. It would be like, Lenny, what's up, what's up with that stuff? It wouldn't be like, you know, feminine. It would be like homies sharing music, and then we shared love. Lenny Kravitz.
Can someone say Thug Lovin'? I mean, Jamie and P. Diddy looking at each other like they can't wait to get back in the bed. Look like they've been lovers for a long time. Any way you slice it, fellas, that's some sissy shit right there. And this clarifies what I'm saying. Big-time director guru Michael Mann gives Jamie Foxx a big kiss on the cheek. The brother in the corner looking at that shit like hell to the no. But you got to go to the director's chair to get your money. Esau runs Hollywood, and this is how they get paid. But Jamie gives in and throws up the Baphomet sign to let his elite know he's down for the cause and down with the brotherhood. Another great actor, Mr. Fishburne. However, he sold out a long time ago. Don't have much to say, as seen here, but the Most High gonna light y'all ass up, and I can't wait. Let's talk about Reverend Ron. He don't have much success in the hip-hop world, so he decided to go into the pastor world, the reverend, the bishop. Man, this guy is all fake. Hand over the heart, masonry. Letting his elite know he's gonna stay in his place. But who taught him all of this? Big brother Russell. By the way, Russell is a flaming faggot. Enough. Let's talk about Nelly. You know, Nelly, very talented brother, but he's a very heavy steroid user. Nelly was investigated for illegal steroid use, along with 50 Cent, Tyler Perry, Mary J. Blige, and a roster of all of them doing illegal steroids. Now, steroids are just like heroin, they're hard to kick. This is how Nelly used to look. And by the way, Nelly tells his brothers with his hand gesture that he's down for the brotherhood too. Because if Nelly don't flex his sign every now and then, he can't get paid. These people are all a part of Masonic. Nelly is addicted to steroids. BET, Stephen, vice president. To be successful, you got to go to his director's couch. He's a flaming faggot. Yes, sir. Well, enough. Let's talk about the agents in the hip-hop industry. How did you think T.I. got off with those armed weapons? This guy worked for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Don't get it twisted. As seen here with his hands cupped to one another, the masonry sign to let his brotherhood know he's down for the cause. And the skull and bones shirt should tell you, if nothing else tell you, these guys are fake as a $3 bill. Snoop sold out a long time ago, man. This guy makes his money any way he can. But who taught him the ropes? Dr. Dre. Not only did he teach Snoop, but Dr. Dre taught 50 and Eminem. If you do the right thing, and if you obey the Masonic world, you'll never go without payola. He wears the skull and bones on his arm. Let's flip it so you can see it better. That's plain, man. That's plain. And who taught him? Eric Wright, better known as Eazy-E. Look at this, man. I know you all think Eazy-E died of full-blown AIDS, but I got news for you. Eazy-E was injected with full-blown AIDS. Don't get it twisted. Eazy-E did go to the doctor for a slight headache, and they found out he had the virus. But Eazy-E was not in death mode. Eazy-E did an interview about what not to do and what he was ashamed of. And 9 days later he died. The only way you die that fast, if you have a weak immune system, you had a kidney failure, you had a liver failure, you had a blood transfusion, a bad heart, open heart surgery. Eazy-E just had a headache. Hell, Magic Johnson still got the virus and still lived. They was done with Eazy-E. They had nothing else to do with him. So they injected him with full AIDS, and Esau killed him. Still think America love you, black people? Think again. The only thing I can say about Mace is flaming faggot. Moving on. You know, Martin Lawrence is a very great actor. The guy made some great films and sitcoms. But I got news for you. Martin Lawrence with the rest of Hollywood is satanic. Taking a picture with the hand cupped inside the jacket is letting his elite know, hey, I'm a part of the brotherhood. He's being known and sending out the sign that I'm down here for the cause too, brothers. Keep sending my checks. Tyler Perry. A lot of you think Tyler Perry is a God-fearing man, right? He's satanic, and he's also bisexual. Hands over one another like this, letting his lead know I'm down for the cause. The Most High gonna light y'all ass up, and I can't wait. Bobby Jones. You know, come on, man. Bobby Jones Foundation look better than my wife's. Bobby Jones, flaming faggot. He's also a Masonic. Denzel Washington. Who would have thought? Well, let's take a look at him and P. Diddy congratulating one another with the Masonic Masonry handshake. This is a brotherly thing, man. Predominantly men. Spike Lee and Denzel. They're very tight. They share thoughts on this all the time. Let's take a closer look at their brotherly love. Man, this thing is deep, and all of them are part of it. That's right. Tom Cruise come up to Denzel Washington and give him a brother shake. Now, everybody already know Tom Cruise is an atheist. He doesn't believe in the Most High at all. Denzel is ruined. As seen here with Mick Jagger and Lenny, very drugged out as well. So let's go on. Eddie Murphy, Spike Lee giving each other the masonry handshake. Oh, don't get it twisted. The athletes are a part of this too. Let's go to Allen Iverson. He's very deep into it. Skull and bones on his arm. The middle chain that he's holding is skull and bone. And seen here, some time ago, he took a front cover, arms crossed with skull and bones, letting his elite know, I'm down for the cause. Keep sending my money. This guy approved an ad with the devil next to him for a Reebok ad. That is plain, man. That is plain. John McCain, Obama, Masonry brothers. Look at the elite. They all hold the Baphomet sign, the pyramid. These guys are all in brotherhood together. The president of France, the brotherhood. They all joined hands. When Coretta King was alive, she was a part of it too. Harry Belafonte. Sad. Here's a random of pictures of people that's a part of the Baphomet and Masonry. I guess the question comes down to, is there anyone in Black Hollywood that didn't take the money bait? Yeah. Dave Chappelle. And remember, truth is always true. Shalom.
Niggas in here, man, they out of sight. And what's fucked up about it, the motherfuckers from your own city or little town or whatever, you know what I'm saying, them be the worst ones. Niggas in here, man, can't stand the shit nigga having nothing, nigga. I be eating free world steak and shrimp and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Choking like a motherfucker got a bone in his throat on that Sminoke. They can't stand it, you know? But fuck 'em.
Yeah. Coming down. Dedicated to the boys riding slab.
I put this down the AM, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging strong, nigga, diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the AM, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging strong, nigga, diamonds up against that wood.
I flip down the air, you know I'm looking tight. These jealous niggas looking at me and my car so shy. Wanna take my life and want to jack, but I see all through that. Never let these bitch niggas take what's my nigga, never do that. Who say he going through a thing when y'all ain't never lied? I got a baby, but his mama act like he ain't mine. Wicked women using children to live on. Wanna hurt and try to hate, cause she know the thrill is gone. Say man, I stopped smoking with haters back in 94. But niggas thinking that a sweet gon' get them through my dope. And niggas talk a lot of shit in a safe place. I know cause he can't look me out of eye when he in my face. Now nigga listen to my bitch and see just what I mean. Nigga I ride dirty every day but still I shine so clean. Glitter and gleam ain't all what it look like. So I keep swinging out here clanging trying to live my life.
I put this down the AM, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging strong, nigga, diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the AM, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging strong, nigga, diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the AM, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging strong, nigga, diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the AM, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging strong, nigga, diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the AM.
And see these niggas in days going coming for me just awake. I know I'm blessed. I grab my sets and split my pussy with my thumb. Some of my sweets be tight, now some of my sweets be fucked up. But all of my sweets gon' blow, so killer smoke get sucked up. I looked up today and didn't fall prey to none of that pistol play. But who is to say tomorrow they won't be blasting this away? I'm buffed as clips of hate. Still upset about the drama here at this time of year. I'm wiping away my dead homie's mama tears. But naturally, them fucking laws is always after me. So I have to be in that manner on that 503. I'm living dastardly. Must be all about survival, G. These niggas passing me. Streets just keep on getting live with me. They said there has to be another way, but I ain't feeling that. They tried to steal a lack. In my wig, they wanna peel it back. But still the fact remains, it's all about the cane. Swinging bang, it's the ESG and all the victims of the game, man.
I'm banging strong, nigga, diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the AM, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging strong, nigga, diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the AM, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging strong, nigga, diamonds up against that wood. I put this down the AM, no, I'm looking good. I'm banging strong, nigga, diamonds up against that wood. I
flip it through the AM trying to see some good. But everything is still the same in my neighborhood. Niggas frown when you up and smile when you down. And when you change for the better, shy fools stop coming around. I see the jealousy and hating in the wicked ways. We all lost children praising paper, smoking our life away. Got to the point where I could not decide decipher day from night. She say she love me, but all we do now is fucking fight. My conscience fuck with me so much that I can't eat or sleep. The other side of selling dope and out there running the streets. And even though I'm gaining street fame, coming from this rap game, lust for thinking and compulsive drinking is a normal thing. Some get erased and misplaced trying to win the race. Some try to hold on to their face by smoking with lace. But sick drugs and plastic thugs ain't gon' change the hood. I'm smoking skunk and popping the trunk to make me feel good.
I'm down the AM, no one looking good. I'm back in
I'm smoking skunk and popping the trunk to make me feel good.
I'm down the AM, no one looking good. I'm back in nigga diamonds up against that wood. I'm down the AM, no one looking good. I'm back in nigga diamonds up against that wood. I'm down the AM, no one looking good. I'm back in
diamonds up against that wood. So it's your life. Well. Hello, baby. Fool, one day you here, and then you're gone.
So I started selling crack, cocaine, and codeine. Time to stack some paper. I gotta do it quick. Thinking I'm a juvenile, but they don't know who they messing with. Yeah, my mama's only son, but I live every day like it's my motherfucking last one. Every nigga and they mama asking why, but I'm in the game, live by the game, and in the game I'ma die. And if I die, or should I say, if I go, bury me in Horn Park next to the come and go. Cause tomorrow ain't promised to me. The only thing promised to a player is the penitentiary. So I'ma take care of my business on the smooth tip. Watch my back, selling crack and pack 2 clips. And when you think about that, you say it'll be on as a trip you here today, but the next day you're gone.
One day you're here, baby, and then you're gone.
The next day you're gone.
One day you're here, baby, and then you're gone.
Baby, the next day you're gone.
One day you're here, baby, and then you're gone.
The next day you're gone.
One day you're here, baby, and then you're gone.
This world we living in, man, it ain't nothing but drama. Everyone wanna harm ya. In New York, niggas getting shot for bombers. Now they got your life in the palm of their hand like California. Niggas with dubs are hydroponic. Marijuana, gangbanging got the ghetto hotter than a sauna. Down in Orange, my nigga Box died on the corner behind a funky ass dice game. I saw him once before we died, wish it was twice, man. I remember being 8 deep off in Chucky crib, letting us act bad, not giving a fuck what we did. When we lost him, I knew the world was coming to the end, and I had to quit letting that devil push me to a sin. My brother been in the pen for damn near 10, but now it look like when he come out, man, I'm going in. So shit, I walk around with my mind blown in my own fucking zone, cause one day you're here, the next day you're gone.
One day you're here, baby, and then you're gone.
The next day you're gone.
One day you're here, baby, and then you're gone.
I'm a birdie cause ain't enough light in the daytime. Smoke 2 sweets and slow these chickens for the clock like 9. Big nut holder, my boulder smoker on the PA pipes. AK loader as I get swallowed under city lights. Niggas be looking shy, so I look shy back. Can't show no weakness with these bitches, get your life jacked. Man, it's a trip where I stay, especially for me. Them bitches tryna lock me up for the whole century. They gave my nigga down at 40, Dante 19. I wish that we could smoke again and take a tight lean. My world a trip, you can ask Bumby, bitch, I ain't no liar. My man Bobo just lost his baby in a house fire. And when I got on my knees that night to pray, I asked God, why you let these killers live and take my homeboy son away? Man, if you got kids, show me you love them, cause God just might call them home. Cause one day they here, and baby, the next day they gone.